Hey guys, here's this one call that I remember, and it's actually quite funny. You don't think of car wrecks or fires or anything as being funny, but this one was quite funny. I was at my store in downtown Stringtown, so I'm going the opposite way than I was on the call. And I was at my store, and they had a call for like 416 or 410 or something North Main Street. A lady had fallen and injured, and I called Faye from church because she listens to the scanner up there, and I said, Faye, she goes, yeah, it's Marjorie Brown, go. And I said, okay. And I just jumped in the in the truck and took off running, and took off driving, and came up here. And the house is up here on the left. It's been remodeled, so I'm not exactly sure which house it is. So I'm coming this way, and I beat the ambulance and everything. I think it's the one. There's a white house, a little white house, and a yellow house. I think it's the yellow house was hers. And again, it's been dramatically remodeled since then. But I came, and she was an older lady from church. She was on the shut-in list. I didn't really know her that well, but you get those calls, you don't know if the person's dead, or they're hurt real bad, or they broke their hip, and this is probably going to be it for them, or you didn't know. So I came to the side door, I was looking around, and she was laying on the floor in the kitchen next to like a bar stool, and she was pointing at me, like pointing to the stove, and I was, what? And then she motioned for me to come in. I came in, she goes, stir the corn. And I said, do what? The corn, is it burnt? I don't know. And I'm like looking around going, what is, I'm working for, is your airway good? As you're going through the ABCs and this stuff, I guess her airway is good because she's asking me to stir the corn. I said, what? She goes, the corn, is it scorched? I don't know. I said, well, stir it. And I ran over there. She's still laying, granted, she's laying on the ground. And worried about her corn. And what it was she was sitting on a stool, stirring the corn because she was real frail, and she lost her balance and fell, and called 911. And I came there to stir her corn, and she goes, is it scorched? I said, I don't know. I said, well, scorch, take it off the burner and scratch it real good. And I said, so I think your corn's okay. She goes, okay, good. I said, how about you? And then Jerry Schaus was an EMT, and I'm not sure who the other medic was, but they came in and checked her out, and she was okay. The patient signed out AMA, and we helped her back on her stool, and she was stirring corn when we left. And I thought that was just funny. That's one of those calls that I remember. Nothing spectacular, no injuries, thank goodness, but it just took me back to ask me if I stir the corn or not. So you never know what kind of runs you're going to get into, and that was an interesting one from Lawrenceburg in Anderson County.